Introducing Executive Vice Chairman Jeff and Marcy Blochowiak.
So honored to be a part of Leadership 1000 team, an amazing Levitan legacy. And I'm Marcy Blochowiak, and I have to tell you, this has been an amazing event, hasn't it? And let me tell you, we all have a before and an after picture. I want you to see what our before picture looked like. This is crazy. I was a flight attendant. If we can have the PowerPoint. I was a flight attendant 20 plus years ago, and my husband loaded boxes for UPS, and here was our before picture. We changed just a little bit, right? And we both, if you look at the screen to the right, we both earned our $100,000 rings separately of each other. And let me just tell you this, you know what? We have dreamed together. We've had adversity, we've had hardships, but I tell you what, the good Lord gave me this amazing, amazing partner and man in my life. He is the only person I ever dated that I could see myself growing old together with. I love him. Look at our after picture. One of our after pictures 20 years later is my husband surprised me for our 20th wedding anniversary and took me to Paris. And hired a photographer, a planner. He hit a home run. I will forever remember that. And then last but not least, I look at my 20 plus years of business here. Has anybody here sacrificed before? Time's been tough. Right, thought about quitting, but I want you to see this picture. Because if I took our whole business and to be able to have our little 9-year-old daughter that I have total time freedom with is absolutely priceless. And I tell you what, this man is the love of my life. I'm giving it over to Jeff Blochowiak.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Am I a lucky man or what? Man, am I lucky. You know, Marcy and I had our first date after a company convention in a little cafe at Bally's over 20 years ago. And I gotta tell you, I fell in love that night. I tell you what, I fell in love. And you know, also, you know what, we found and fell in love with the dream business. And together, we've been building a dream life for over 22 years. We've been married. And I tell you what, good persistency, no chargeback. We've been together a long time, and you know what, I feel like we're just getting started. You know, every dream, right, has a before and after picture, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about ours, but I'll tell you one of the biggest things I learned from this company was that if you don't build your own dream, someone else will hire you to help build theirs, right? And I gotta tell you something, I learned, you know, from this company, that you know what, you don't have to settle. You don't have to do what people think is realistic, right? And I gotta tell you, I believe this, I believe that using realistic as an excuse for thinking small denies what's possible and it denies who we really are. I believe that, right? Look guys, I gotta tell you something. The first convention I came to years ago, I was living at home in my parents' basement in this house in Wisconsin, and I tell you what, I could barely afford to come here. But I tell you what, it changed my life. It changed my life that someone invited this young kid to a BPM a long time ago. And you know what, within a couple years, we had our lives completely changed beyond recognition. You know, we were there, we bought our first dream house together. This is a starter WFG house in a gated community. And you know, you can take a picture of a house, but you can't take a picture of freedom, can you? And I tell you, that's the greatest thing that we had is a dream business that gave us freedom. You know, you also cannot take a picture of how hard this is. And I want you to know this may be harder than you thought it was going to be. But you know what else is hard? Having a job you don't like is hard too, right? Being broke is hard. Being dead is hard. Never being able to retire is hard. Saying no to your kids is hard. It's all hard, isn't it? I believe you've got to choose your challenge, and this is a challenge worth choosing. right? Look, I gotta tell you something. We started winning trips together. Our first trip to Hawaii was 2 weeks after we were married. Don't laugh at my shoes, all right? That's what you wear when you're from Wisconsin on your first trip to Hawaii, right? And now you're laughing. I should have said it, but look. We've been on more trips than I can count. I was never on an airplane before I was in this company. We've been on more trips than I can even count. And I gotta tell you, it's been amazing going to Hawaii, 22 times. You know, my daughter now is 9 years old. She's been to Hawaii 9 times, right? When I went on family vacations growing up, we went to the woods and camping, and man, she's got a freaking flyer mile, right? She's got Hello Kitty luggage, right? She thinks it's normal to go to Hawaii every year. And you know what? If you're a WFG kid, it probably is, isn't it? Right? All right, guys, look. I gotta tell you, from dog sledding to going to Europe more times than I can count, gondolas and Greece, having great friends on trips with us, like Gary Ziegler going to Hawaii. That's us by lava, right? That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could sit by lava. Tom Hansen mud bugging in Hawaii where they filmed Jurassic Park. So many amazing things. We've had trips with great mentors like the Levitans. There's a dream castle there in Germany, Castle Neuschwanstein, right? We've had trip of a lifetimes, multiple times and many times. Horse-drawn carriage, waltzing at palaces, just amazing. All because this man, Greg Cap, gave me a BPM before he even had an office, right? Changed my life. World-class trips and world-class people, it's amazing, but the best thing that's happened, is my wife and I have been able to dream together for all these years. It's been an amazing experience, right? Look, I gotta tell you, I believe this quote is that first dreams seem impossible, right? Then improbable, and then inevitable. And I believe that's why we're here today, just to see how inevitable it is if you stick with this and don't quit. All right, guys, recent dream came true for us. We moved into a country club where one of Jeff Levitan's properties are. And by the way, that's not the house, that's the gatehouse. And for years I drove up to that gatehouse and go, I'm here to see the Levitans, here's my guest pass. And a year and a half ago, I went to the guard and said, you know what? I don't need this pass no more. I'm a resident. I high-fived him, and you know what? Then he joined the team, of course, right? Now he says, man, tell me how you did that, right? It's awesome. 2-acre estate over there, a dream come true. It's just unbelievable. Man, I tell you what, I'm a lucky man, right? A dream business. I believe sharing the dream is the best thing that we can do for people in the world. Stretching their vision, seeing something for them that maybe they hadn't seen. There's a great saying here that says Martin Luther gave the I have a dream speech, not the I have a plan speech, right? Dreams are so much more powerful than plans, aren't they? Okay? Look, what does your bake shop look like today? Hey, the good news is that the before picture has nothing to do with the future, right? These are some of the wealthiest people in the world today, right? That's Bill Gates and Paul Allen. I believe the team that performs together transforms together. 1995, that's what my bake shop looks like right there. That's right after Marcy and I got married. That's many years ago, a few pounds ago. Marcy looks the same. I've changed a little bit. We got around some great mentors like Rich Dahley, Greg Cap, and Jeff Levitan. And you know what? Before you know it, broke kids started getting their $100,000 raise. You know what? This is Gary Ziegler's wedding here. We stood up in his wedding. He came to a meeting. Someone said, you know what? He's so shy and quiet. It's not right for you to get his hopes up here. It's not fair for you to get him excited. But you know what? That person's still broke today who said that. Gary Ziegler made $100,000 the second year, and in June in this company, he was paid over $125,000. Isn't that awesome? All right. Fast forward many years and millions of dollars later, right? What we found is that, you know what? You can have anything in life that you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. Right? And now, we're sharing that dream. Right? Now, this is Alvin Darian's wedding. We do the ring pose over there. We got people, we got 6 people now making over $250,000 a year. People like Alvin Darian, Tavares Dove, Gary Ziegler, Tom Hansen. Just awesome, right? Look, guys, I want to tell you this. I think, more people here that join your team are going to quit than commit. Isn't that true? You got to be ready to handle that. And you know what? Marcy and I, it's kind of like a gym. That's how I look at it. Marcy and I got our new home, and there was a gym there called Lifetime Fitness, and man, I went to that place. They had everything there, man. They had rock climbing, swimming, camp for kids, everything, month to month. And I joined, and I'm not saying it's the best gym in the world, but it's the best gym in the world. And I prefer anybody to that gym. But if they don't show up, it's not my fault, right? I can't show up for them. I can show up with them, I can encourage them, but I can't show up for them. And I believe WFG is the same way. I'm not saying WFG is the best company in the world, but it's the best company in the world. I prefer anybody to WFG. But if they don't show up, it's not my fault, right? I can encourage them, I can show up with them, but I can't show up for them, right? And I believe that. I'm going to share with you guys one last quote here to finish up my talk. You know, it inspires me all the time because, you know, at one time they believed it was impossible to climb Mount Everest, right? And, you know, people were dying trying. A guy named Sir Edmund Hillary, he tried, he failed. But he said, I will come back and conquer you because there's a mountain you can't grow, but as a human being I can. And I believe WFG is the same way. The obstacles here won't grow, but we can. Guys, let's grow together. We'll see you at the top.